So how many deals have you funded so far? And let's walk us through like the size of the deal, the commissions and whatnot, and how this is changing your business currently.
That deal was $183,000 loan amount, and I made almost $7,000.
Wow.
So that particular transaction loan amount was about $123,000, nothing like massively major,
Yeah.
but at the same time, I made more than $4,000. I forgot to mention too, I just had one that closed yesterday through another one of the vendors too. So
Wow.
I forgot about that. And we have a $2 million transactional funding deal that we're trying to get closed by the end of this month.
Hey everyone, Oz Konar here with Business Lending Blueprint. We have another session here with one of our amazing members, Brandy Sams, here with us. So why don't you just take a moment and introduce yourself to us and what you do and how people can reach you.
No problem. My name is Brandy Sams, and I am the co-founder of Great Bay Lending, which is a commercial lending company that also handles residential, multifamily, and we are expanding. Residential lending is what I've been doing for well over the past 10 years. I've been in real estate for 18 years. And after finding the business lending blueprint, I decided to venture off from more corporate into more self-entrepreneurial and give other people the opportunity to maximize on their talents. We believe in being honest and transparent with our clients. We are educators, we are not salespeople. And so we deal with strategy and long-term wealth building. So this is a great opportunity for us to have additional referral partners, brokers that we assist in making sure that their clients are taken care of.
So who's an ideal client for you, Brandy?
On the residential side of the business, we work with clients that are 580 and above. About 50% of them are self-employed, and they're looking for some traditional and non-traditional options. So we work with a lot of non-QM loans along with traditional conventional FHA, VA borrowers, and or they're going to be W-2 employees. Typically, our average client income size is going to be $75,000 and above. And so because we work in multiple states and metroplexes, then in terms of their interest level, their average loan sizes are going to be somewhere between 200 and 500,000. On the multifamily and light commercial side, we deal with a lot of investors. We cater to those people who need to really understand how to use financing as a tool to build wealth. And if you think about it more like a tool, it's like anything else you're building. You need to find the right loan program that's going to assist you with the correct strategy that you're trying to implement in order to have a successful transaction in the first place. And so that's kind of where we come in as more consultants with conversing with people about true strategy and making sure you understand that in real estate, you not only need an entrance strategy, you need a maintenance and an exit strategy. And so that's where we kind of come in.
Wow, that's really impressive. I mean, a couple of statements you made will definitely make you enemies with Dave Ramsey and Susie Orman when it comes to financing and debt and all of that stuff. So you've been in the lending industry through the real estate. So what made you decide to join the Blueprint?
I've been working in the commercial side a little bit for a few years, but residential was like primary. I wanted to expand, and I saw the Blueprint as an opportunity for me to learn about other aspects of lending, not that I was necessarily unfamiliar with, but that I've not been able to necessarily partner with some of my existing clients on. And then I also saw it as an opportunity to diversify the type of financing for longevity of my company. So I saw it as an opportunity to really learn more about like lines of credit. And I work with a lot of business owners. And so it's helpful to kind of have more of a counseling approach with them, and you become their true consultant for life. So I thought it was a great opportunity to learn, and I have not regretted it since. So
I mean, you nailed it. As consultants, if anyone is calling themselves consultants, you got to have access to options, right? Because over the years, I've noticed it, and you probably have noticed in the past, a lot of money is left on the table because if the client is not a good fit for what you have at the moment, well, you can't really do much with it, right? Unless you want to wing it, which is not a good strategy. So having access to multiple streams of lending options gives options to your client, and also for you creates multiple streams of income, which is an ideal win-win-win situation across the board, I think. So how many deals have you funded so far? And let's walk us through like the size of the deal, the commissions and whatnot, and how this is changing your business currently.
Okay, sure. So the most recent two transactions that I had one was a blanket loan purchase of, it was supposed to be 4 properties, but 2 of the properties actually did not make the value that the seller wanted.
Yeah.
And so it kind of, it changed the structure of it, right? That deal was $183,000 loan amount, and I made almost $7,000.
Wow. Okay.
From that particular transaction. Then I had another transaction that closed on Friday, and actually I'm doing multiple deals for this particular investor. They owned about 12 different properties. We initially did another blanket loan. The first one was a purchase. This one was a blanket loan refinance. And we refinanced 5 of their properties for now. Of the 12, because 3 of them came in undervalued, and then the other 2 they're purchasing on lease with the option to buy. Okay. So we're going, and another one they're going to refinance individually. So that particular transaction loan amount was about $123,000, nothing like massively major, but at the same time I made more than $4,000. So we just kind of made it happen. The client is happy, and they're actually coming back, and I have 3 more loans to start for them this week.
Yeah, I mean, the one thing I love about real estate clients, they almost always come back, especially when you're dealing with investors. You've done a blanket loan, so they have more properties that you haven't touched yet. It's going to come around, and later that they need more help from you, and they know a lot of people usually. They're in a similar situation, so it just creates this network effect, the flywheel effect over time. Those of you listening and you have no clue what Brandy's talking about when it comes to like blanket loans and all that stuff, well, you learn all of that through our partners within the Blueprint, so you don't need to be an expert. But I think more importantly, you have access to experts like her. As you can tell, she knows what she's talking about. She's literally done these deals like right before our meeting. So Brandy, what would you tell someone who's maybe looking into the Blueprint, trying to see if that's a good fit for them or not? Who's the right customer for the Blueprint training?
If you're someone who's committed to yourself, who's dedicated, who can be patient with yourself, because it was definitely different learning some of these new terms. I'm still trying to learn about factoring. I don't have that situated, so I'm not here saying I have it all. But just pick something in the business lending blueprint to focus on. And I promise you that if you stay diligent, you will make money. If nothing else, what I think the business lending blueprint did for me, if I had never made a dime, it opened my eyes to know that I could believe in the fact that I had opportunities and I just needed to go get there, and it helped bridge the gap for me in learning and education. But because I did make money, another reason why I would say that the business lending blueprint is something that you really need to invest in is because you spend so much time investing in other people with no return, right? This really gives you the opportunity and the freedom to connect with vendors who can put you in position for you to have true control over your financial future, for you and your family. And for someone like me who's had recent loss of loved ones and different things like that, time is short. So
you being the hardworking person and following through the training will get you to success. It's not the other way around. No one is you're not gonna wake up one day and you're gonna have money deposited into your bank account blindly, right? It just doesn't work that way. That's why I wanna definitely emphasize that the people that we want in the blueprint are the ones similar to Brandy, who can work hard. They know what they want. They know that time is running out. Like, we don't know how much is left, right? So if you want to build a legacy, if you want to claim your financial freedom, you got to put in the work. So for that reason, anyone who's looking into this, I want you to take a deep look into it to decide if this is for you or not. And if you decide that's the case, well, come join the family. If that's not, it's okay. We're very transparent in our organization. So you can just check it out and tell us, awesome job, Oz, but not for me. But either way is fine. But any last thoughts you want to add, Brandy, before I let you go? I know you're busy.
Sure, I do. I want to just give this level of encouragement. There is a reason why I think the word says that some plant, some water, but God gives the increase. And for me, that just means that there are certain people you're going to meet, or certain things or situations that happen that plant seeds. Certain environments will allow you to grow, but the God-given talent that you already have inside of you in the right environment is going to flourish no matter what. This sparked something in me to start investigating. Like, I found additional vendors from this. I have made other connections. There are commercial conferences I'm starting to go to. Now I've hired new loan officers that are working on my team, and I'm bringing leads. The Business Lending Blueprint was something that helped expand my thought process more into what it is that I can do. But to see that I'm on pace to make more money in less time than I made all last year, based on following certain steps that were already implemented. The community is awesome. Everyone supports you, but the freedom it is that it gives me now is something that I was locked in a cage before, and I don't feel like that any longer. And it's not because the Business Lending Blueprint is a miracle, right? It's just because at the end of the day, some are here to plant seeds, some are here to water, but ultimately God gives the increase. You just have to be self-reflective, do your part, just be patient with yourself and trust that it's going to be all right. Just know at the end of the day, this is not about you spending money. It's about you believing in yourself and then putting forth the effort that you give to other people for free to see exponential growth, and you'll be okay.
How can they get a hold of you?
Our number is 800-249-0089. And you can, if you don't reach me, definitely leave a message. It's okay. I do return phone calls. But it gives you our other contact information on our website.
That's awesome. So we'll make sure to have that contact information below this video for anyone who misses that. But it's been a great pleasure, Brandy, to finally meeting you in person, even through Zoom only. But thank you for joining me tonight, and best of luck.
Thanks, Oz. I appreciate the opportunity.
All right. Thank you. Bye-bye.